closer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Thank you. Put your hand down. Sir, feel free to, hold the chair right up to the microphone. Feel free to adjust it so you can speak comfortably into it. Then please state and spell your name for the record.
Jordan Antonio Glover, 2004, July 3rd.
Okay. Could you spell your name, please?
JHORDIN, GLOVER.
Okay, thank you. Now, I need you to say yes or no rather than saying or nodding your head. If there's an objection, do not answer the question until I've told you whether or not you can. And please let council finish their questions before you jump in and answer, so we only have one person talking at a time, to understand? I know you're swinging in your chair a little bit. You'll get more comfortable once you start talking with council, I think, but I say that because it's okay to swing a little bit, but I need you to focus on what's happening here about your jacket. What I'm looking at is your jacket might run into the microphone, which would then make a sound. It's cold in here, you can leave it on. I just need it to not run into that microphone, okay? Let's just, okay, so, yeah. Okay. Any questions? No? If you need a break, let me know. There's some water there and Kleenex if you need it, okay? And remember, you can't nod, you have to say yes or no.
Yes,
Okay, this nice lady's taking down every word that can be said in a courtroom, and she can't guess, so if you're nodding, we might know that you're saying yes, but it's visual, and I need, she needs to hear it in order to write it. Does that make sense?
yes.
All right, counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Glover. Have you ever testified before?
No,
All right. You a little nervous to testify here today?
no,
Okay, good. Mr. Glover, how old are you?
July
And what is your date of birth, please?
3rd, 2004.
Are you employed?
Yes,
What do you do for a living?
I work at General Motors,
In what capacity do you work at General Motors?
order selector picker.
Say that again, please.
Order selector picker.
Older selector.
Order.
Order selector.
picker.
How long have you been working for General Motors?
About 2 years.
2 years, good for you. All right. Mr. Glover, I want to take you back to July 7th of 2024, and there was a shooting incident on that night. You remember that night, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're here to talk about that incident. Can you tell the jury, please, what was your address back on July 7th of 2024?
It was, I don't remember, but I know it's Brookside. No, it's not.
Okay, did you live at 6255 Beachfield
Beachfield
Drive?
Drive, yes. Beachfield Drive.
Sure. And is that in the city of Lansing within Ingham County, Michigan?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what type of residence was located over at 6255 Beachfield?
Fairfield.
I can't hear you. What?
Fairfield.
Okay, it was Fairfield Apartments?
Their condos.
Condos. All right, so I was asking you what kind of residence is over there? It's a condominium?
Yes.
Okay. And were you renting that or did you own that?
We were renting.
How long had you lived there prior to this night of July 7th, 2024?
My family owned it over 10 years.
Okay.
And my sister lived there before I moved there.
Do you know when you moved in, please?
No, sir. I don't remember.
Do you know how long you had been living there prior to July 7th, 2024 when this incident occurred?
About a year.
Okay, perfect. Was anybody else living with you July 7th, 2024?
My cousin did, yeah.
And what's Davion's full name, please?
Yeah.
How old was Davion?
At the time.
Yeah.
The same age me, so 19, 20.
You had just turned 20 about a couple days before this, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Can you give us an idea where in the city of Lansing that apartment you were living at is? Where is it, on the north side, the south side, something else?
That's on the south side.
What are the nearest major streets over there?
Cedar.
Okay. All right, I want to talk a little bit about the layout of the residence of that house. Does the house have a front door?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you walked out from your house out of the front door, were you going onto a sidewalk? Was there a sidewalk in front of your house?
Yeah,
Okay, and then was there a parking lot in front of that sidewalk?
yeah,
Okay. Was there a back door on that residence?
I'm back door, yeah.
And did the back door, what did the back door lead onto, please?
My backyard,
And was there some sort of a porch on the backyard?
yes.
Okay, very good. So I'm gonna show you some photos in this case, okay, that the police took, all right? And you tell me if you can identify if these photographs are your residence that you lived in, okay? You can look over here, please. Show you people's exhibit number 15. You recognize your apartment over there on 6255 Beachfield?
It's not on this specific part, but yes, I recognize the area.
All right, showing you here, people's exhibit number 3. Do you recognize that area is Beachfield where you were living on July 7th, 2024?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And showing you people's number 16, is that the side of your building over at 6255 Beachfield where some of this incident happened? Okay. And sir, showing you people's number 17, is that a photograph of your back porch where some of this incident happened?
No,
It's not a picture of your back porch?
no,
Where is your back porch in relation to that?
right here.
So I'm gonna put it on the screen and you can X for us, please, just like TV on football. If you touch it, you can show us exactly where that back porch is. That's your back porch, sir, okay? Can you mark that for me?
Behind the line is my back porch. This is my neighbor's.
Okay,
Can you mark it? If you touch the screen, it should, yeah, perfect, thank you.
okay, so that's your back porch there, and the one that we see in front, that's your neighbor's back porch. Is that all accurate?
Yeah,
Okay, great, thank you so much. Now, I want to talk about the layout of the inside of your house. When you walk into your front door, what room of the house were you in?
living room straight up.
Sure. And can you tell me what the first floor looked like? Was there a living room, kitchen, bedroom? Tell me what the first floor looked like, please.
First it just starts off with the living room, and then the stairs are right here. And
Okay.
then you go farther ahead, that's the kitchen. And then, yeah, basically like the dining room, place, and then the kitchen, like right here
All right.
on the side.
With respect to the back door, can you describe for the jury, if I was walking into your house and I wanted to get onto the back porch, what path of travel would I take to the back porch?
Straight.
Okay, just walk straight and there's going to be a porch there?
Yeah.
What type of door was on the back door? Was it a door that you opened with a knob or was it a sliding door?
It was, you open like that.
Okay.
They didn't have enough.
A handle? Okay. So it wasn't a slider door, it was something you'd open with a handle, correct? Is that yes?
Yes, sir.
And if you open that door, you would go out onto the back porch that you've just shown us in the photograph. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sounds good. All right, so I want to take you specifically to the night of the 6th of July, going into the early morning hours of the 7th, when this incident happened. Is that okay?
Okay,
All right. Sir, did you have some sort of a party that night?
yes.
All right. And did your party start on July 6th, 2024?
Yes, sir.
All right, and it continued on into the early morning hours of July 7th, 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what was the purpose of that party? What was the reason for the party?
It was, my birthday party where I turned 20.
Yeah, because as you said, you had just turned 20 about a couple days before. Isn't that accurate?
On the 3rd.
All right, very good. And did you invite some people to that party?
That was invitation only.
Okay, can you tell me how you went about inviting people to the party? Did you send some out on Facebook? Did you send paper invites? What did you do?
I texted people personally.
Okay. Can you tell the jury how many people you actually invited to your party that night?
I would say about 40. About 40.
The people that you invited, was that family or was that mostly friends?
It was some family that brought some of their friends
All right.
and stuff like that.
All right, and did you have a scheduled activity for that party, or was it gonna be dinner or something like that, or what were you guys gonna do?
We just, they sang happy birthday to me, blew up my cake, and then, that was it.
All right,
And the rest, we just all hung out
all good. And did that party take place inside the house or outside the house?
inside. People were going inside and out. I was kind of trying to stop that, but mostly inside.
What time did the party start that night?
It started at 10.
And did it have a scheduled time when it was gonna stop?
I ended it at 2
Why did you end it at 2 o'clock in the morning?
because I started, seeing some people come with that day, like,
Gotcha, all right. So the party was by invite only, and it was gonna start in your apartment at 10 o'clock PM. Is that all accurate, sir? Is that yes? You gotta say for the
Yes,
record.
sir.
Oh, you're fine, thank you. And then there came a time at about 2 o'clock in the morning when you decided you wanted to stop that party, and we're gonna talk about that. Is that sound accurate?
yes, sir.
All right, sounds good. So I want to talk about some relationships that you had with people before or at the time of that party, not after, but prior to your party starting, okay? Prior to the party starting that night, did you ever know a person by the name of Miles Washington prior to the night of your party?
No, sir.
Do you have any relationship at all to Miles Washington?
No, sir.
Prior to your party starting that night, was he a stranger to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Same, guys, Gil, a lot of the same questions about different people, okay?
Okay.
Did you know somebody prior to your party starting by the name of Martrell Jackson?
No,
Did you know somebody by the name of James Hurst prior to your party starting that night?
no,
Okay. Let me continue on. Did you know somebody by the name of Martez Anderson prior to your party starting that night?
no,
Had you ever met Martez Anderson before?
no,
Okay. Did you know somebody by the name of Cedric Jackson prior to your party starting that night?
yes,
Okay. How did you know Cedric Jackson?
he is a close family friend.
Okay. In fact, he's a family member, isn't that correct?
Yes.
How are you related to Cedric Jackson, please?
I'm not related to him. My nephew is.
Okay.
We're just like family, just, our families are just really close.
Do you kind of consider one another to be family?
Yeah.
Okay. Understanding that Cedric Jackson is your family, did you actually invite Cedric to your party that night?
Yes,
Okay. So Cedric Jackson was a person who was invited to your party that night. Is that all accurate?
yes, sir.
Okay, very good. But you did not know Martez Anderson, correct?
No.
Did you know
So that's
Cedric?
correct, yes?
Yes,
Thank you.
And do you know, or did you know prior to that night that Cedric Jackson and Martez Anderson had a relationship or were friends? Did you know anything about that?
yes,
Had you ever heard of Martez Anderson prior to the night of your party starting?
no,
Did you know somebody prior to your party starting that night by the name of Anaya or Anaya Williams?
yes, I know her, but I didn't invite her.
So how long have you known Anaya prior to your party starting that night?
Since, maybe I was like since kids.
And what was your relationship to her, if any?
Nothing really.
Were you friends with her?
No, not really.
Did you share any friends in common with her, if you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you invite Anaya to your party on the night of July 6, 2024?
I don't remember my life.
And you've never been involved in any kind of romantic relationship with Anaya, have you?
No,
Okay, very good. All right, so you told us the party started about 10 PM and that it ended about 2 o'clock in the morning. Is that all correct, sir?
yes,
And during that period of time, when the party was going on between 10 and 2, people were both inside your apartment and they were outside your apartment. Is that correct?
yes.
Between that period of 10 and 2, when your invite-only party was going,
You talking about 10, you said like during the 10 and 2?
yeah,
Oh, not really so much. Like I said, I was trying to stop that.
okay.
And we were mostly inside. During when I was finna end it, it more was like that, where everybody was out and yeah, like that.
Gotcha, that makes perfect sense, okay. And before you started to think about ending at about 2 o'clock in the morning, had there been any problems prior to that happening?
No,
Okay, party was going along smooth?
yes,
Was it a good birthday party for you?
yeah,
All right, no problems at all?
Is that no?
yes.
All right, so I want to talk about that time when you thought about ending it. Did there come a time when some people who were not invited to the party showed up at the party?
This is more so after I ended it, and then more people started showing up.
Okay,
So I had ended it, and then I saw more showing up, and then that's what mine was saying.
all right. Is it fair to say you ended it or tried to end it around 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about what happened after 2 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Mhm.
Did there come a time after 2 o'clock in the morning when different groups of people that were not invited showed up to your house?
Yes, sir.
Did they show up individually or did they show up in groups?
Groups.
How many different groups of people showed up after 2 AM when you had ended the party?
One.
All right. Now, you told us that you didn't know a person by the name of Miles Washington prior to your party that night. Did you ever meet a person that night by the name of Miles Washington?
Yes,
Okay. When was it in relation to 2 o'clock that you met Miles Washington?
after I had my older cousin just clear the party.
So was Miles Washington in one of the groups that showed up after the party ended?
Yes,
Who else was in Miles Washington's group that night, if you know?
uh, 2 other guys.
And did you know those individuals?
No.
Can you describe what they look like, please?
One was brown skin, and then the other one was like, I don't know, he's more fair skinned,
All right.
I think.
And in addition to Miles's group showing up after the party ended, there was a second group that showed up after the party ended too, isn't that correct?
No, not that, no.
Well, what time did Cedric Jackson show up at the party?
He was already there.
Okay, what time had Cedric Jackson arrived at the party? And remember, you're under oath, so.
He really, I think he came around like, 11-ish, 12-ish.
All right. So you understand what it means to be under oath, right?
Yes, sir.
You understand that when you raise your hand and you swear to tell the whole truth and the whole truth, you have to tell the truth, isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
So is it your testimony here today that Cedric Jackson was at your party at 11 o'clock PM on the night of July 6th?
Yes, I know he was, I don't know for sure at that time, but I know he was there before Miles showed up, for sure.
Okay. So as you're telling me here today, you're not sure exactly what time he showed up, but he was there before Miles arrived, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And tell me who was Cedric Jackson with that night when he was at your party?
I know he was with James, and that was it. That's all I knew. And a couple of my other little cousins from my dad's side. And a couple friends from high school that I knew that he's friends with. That was it.
All right, so your testimony here, sir, is that Cedric Jackson was invited and at some point he showed up before Miles got there. Is that all accurate?
Yeah.
And
And
he,
I literally, I'm so sorry, but I texted him to come. I remember that.
sure, and you said that Cedric showed up with a guy by the name of James, is that correct?
Yeah.
And there was another guy with Cedric and
Roger
James.
James.
Let me just answer my question. I'm sorry, answer my question. And there was another guy with Cedric and James that night too, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that individual, what was his name, please?
Oh, Marquez.
Martez, okay. And that would be Martez Anderson, isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, did Cedric, James, and Martez show up together or separately?
Together.
Okay. And what time did Martez Anderson come to the party with James and Cedric Jackson, your cousin?
Like I said, I don't remember what specific time they came, but they came together.
Was James invited to your party?
Yes,
Was Martez Anderson invited to your party?
yes. I told him, I told him, to bring who he feels comfortable by.
So I just went back, looking at some of my other questions here, and I asked you if you knew somebody prior to the party starting by the name of Martez Anderson, and you were pretty sure you didn't know any.
Yeah, I didn't know him, like, that was the first time me meeting him that night.
Okay,
Yeah, I didn't know him up to that point. I know they came together. I knew that was his friend. I'm thinking in my head, I know that's his friend, but I did not know him.
all right. So just so we're clear with your testimony, there came a point in time after 2 o'clock that Miles showed up with at least two other guys, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there also came a point in time, sometime between 11 and when Miles got there, that James, Cedric Jackson, and Martez Anderson all showed up together to your party, correct?
Say that again.
Let me start from the beginning. So just so we're clear with your testimony, there was a time after 2 o'clock when Miles and his two friends showed up at your party, correct?
Yep.
And then there was a time sometime between 11 and when Miles showed up that Cedric Jackson, James, and Martez Anderson all came to your party together. Is that all correct?
Yeah, but you're saying Miles came later, right? And they came at that time, because they both showed up at separate occasions, like separate times.
Right, all I want to know, sir, it's not hard, it's just Cedric Jackson, James, and Martez Anderson all came to the party at the same time. At some
Yes,
point.
sir.
Okay. Now, the person that you met, did you meet Martez Anderson that night?
Not that I remember, not like that, but I knew he was around. I knew that was my
Sure. And you know what Martez Anderson, the person that was at your party, you know what he looks like, right?
Very vaguely, very vaguely. It's my actually first time really getting to see him.
Sure. And you'd be able to recognize Martez Anderson if you saw him again, isn't that right, sir?
This is my first time seeing him.
Okay, well, that's not what you just told me. You told me that he came with your cousin James, with Cedric and James, and that was the first night you met him, right?
Yeah, but like we didn't have no like interaction. I didn't go up to him and be like, "Hello, my name is Jordan." No, I didn't. do none
Sir,
of that.
so wait a minute, you tell your friend, bring whoever you're comfortable with,
Yes,
and he brings a couple of people.
yes, ma'am.
When they enter your party, are they in the house, out the house, where are they? Do you know?
They come in. They come and they enter the house.
They enter the house.
Judge, can we
And
approach?
how do you know that?
Because I literally I was everywhere. So when I
Okay.
came back, they were there.
So did they ever walk in, like when my kids walk in my house, I expect them to introduce their friends to me. Did that ever happen to you? Did they say, here's my friend that I brought?
Not really. I kind of just said
Not really, is it?
No,
No,
no.
yes or no?
No.
Council, you may proceed.
Can we approach, please?
Yes.
All right, so I'm still on this issue. And I just want you to let me know if this is true or not. There came a point when Cedric Jackson, James, and a person by the name of Martez Anderson all arrived at your party. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you said to us that you saw Martez around at the party. Isn't that accurate, sir?
Yes.
And my question to you is, and you are able to recognize Martez Anderson if you saw him again, right?
I don't remember what he was wearing. I don't remember none of that what he had on. That's what I'm saying. Like
We're not asking you to recognize his clothes. Can you recognize his face?
Is the person that you have identified by name as Martez Anderson, who was at your party, is he here in the courtroom today, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, can you point him out for the jury? Tell us where he's seated and what he's wearing.
he's wearing a blue shirt.
Seated at council table right there? So
Is that
yes?
Yes.
And so council has a blue jacket and a blue tie. That's not who you're referring to, is it?
No.
Okay, just making sure, there's a lot of blue over there.
Okay, so the record should reflect that that gentleman seated right there at council table, that is Martez Anderson, the person that was at your party. Isn't that correct, sir?
It shall so reflect.
Thank you. All right.
Did you answer the question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
It's okay.
Now, sir, let me ask you this. Did there come a point in time that night when there was some sort of an altercation that occurred between Miles and someone that was in the group of Cedric, James, and Martez Anderson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Specifically, who was involved in an altercation with each other?
I'm not sure, but when I went out there and saw kind of ish what was going on, I just saw Cedric really upset with Miles. I don't know what they were saying, what anything was said, but that's what I saw.
All right.
Sir, you said saw-ish. Does it mean you saw it or you didn't see it?
No, like I saw it, but it's like I don't really know what's going
It's
on.
okay, just answer the questions of council and then he'll follow up on that. But when you say ish, it sounds like you might have or you might have not seen it. And I need you to be clear about what you're saying. Can you do that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Great, thank you. Council?
Where were you when you first observed that there was some sort of altercation going on between Miles and Cedric Jackson's group?
So when it first happened, I was I went back in my house and Miles was in there. I'm like, man, I said, I'm already over with, bro. You might as well leave because it's all over with. And he said, all right. Took his friend group, went on the front door deck, the front door deck.
What happened next?
And that's where everybody was. I don't know what happened then, but shoving and pushing, I heard. So then I opened my door back up because I had shut it on my house. And I opened my door, I brought him back into my house.
You brought who back in your house?
To lead him out the back door.
Sure. Who did you bring back in your house?
Miles. And during this, I'm trying to do with his friends are acting hard to work with everybody that overly drunk. I'm trying to help them, and it just I can't help anybody, but I was just trying to help, but they weren't cooperating, if that makes sense.
All right. So it sounds like you heard some pushing and shoving outside your door, some argument. You came outside, and then you told Miles to come inside your house to go out the back. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And did you bring Miles into the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who else came into the house with Miles?
His two friends.
Now, with respect to his two friends, what, if anything, did you observe about his two friends?
One was sober and one was very, very drunk.
Where did you take Miles inside your house?
I took him to my living room and told him just to calm down, and then I tried to leave him out. Hard to work with, just angry still, and whatever, fight and
So you said you tried to lead them out. Where did you take them to?
my back door.
And did Miles go out the back door?
Yes,
Who else went out the back door with him?
that's right.
Both of his friends?
Yeah.
Did you go out the back door with him?
No.
Who else was on the back porch when you let him out there?
My cousin did, yeah.
Okay. What about Anaya? Was she on the back porch?
No.
Let me ask you this. Did there come a time that night when you did see Anaya at your residence?
Yes.
Where did you see Anaya at your residence?
I did see her during my party. She kind of popped up and said hi and happy birthday, and I said thank you, and then I didn't see her again. And then when Miles came to introduce himself, I kind of saw her on the side, and we talked or whatever, and he said happy birthday and stuff, and he just asked me about the party, and I told him I was just ended it, and that's when I saw her. Those are all the times that I saw her.
We're at the point in time in your story when you had brought Miles back onto the porch together with one of his friends. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you know what the name of that other friend was that you brought onto the porch?
I think it's like, because I've been trying to think about it the whole entire time, because it is one friend that I don't know that's fair skin, but the brown skin one, I think it's like Martrell or something like that.
Did Miles and Martrell go out onto the back porch?
Yes.
Did you go onto the back porch with them?
No.
What did you do at that point in time?
I kind of was just making sure, I was just trying to figure out what was going on in the front and see what's going on, what happened. And then I went back and then I was like, okay, you guys, let's go. And then that's when they were still wild up because I had time to get them out. It's just nobody was trying to cooperate. Everybody was trying to fight and how that go.
All right, so my question is, after you put them on the porch, did you go out onto the porch?
No.
All right, did you go back into your house?
Yes.
Did you stay inside your house?
Yes.
Did you ever go outside your house prior to this shooting incident happening?
Yes, I did.
Okay, when did you next go outside of the house?
When I heard all the noise, I went this side of my house. So it's another side. I went this side. Everybody's on this side, mind you. I went on this side, and my neighbors are already out and figure out what's going on. And then I heard the booms, and then went over there and I saw everything.
All right. So you went back in your house after Miles and Martrell were brought onto the porch. How long did you stay inside the house before you again went out?
I was in there for a minute because I still had people there.
How long is a minute? An actual minute, or is that an expression?
Maybe like 3 minutes.
Right. And then you heard what coming from outside?
No, and then I was in the house, right? And then I went outside the house. I went this way, the opposite way where everybody was going.
When you say you went outside the house, what door did you exit the house from?
The back way.
Okay, the same place that you had taken Miles and Martrell.
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
And when you walked out on the porch this second time, what, if anything, did you see happening outside?
At that time, at that moment, everybody wasn't at that spot no more. Everybody was gone. I don't know what had happened by then, but I know it was fighting going on for sure. I know it was something going on.
How do you know when you say I know? You didn't see anything, but you say you know. How do you know that?
The noise, the screaming, the the fighting, basically.
All right, so you heard noise, you went out the back door, and no one was at the back porch when you got there. Is that all accurate?
Yep, I went to the back door, the same porch I rocked about.
All right, and then you indicated that you heard something at that time. Is that correct? Tell me, is that yes?
Yes, sir.
Tell exactly what you heard, please.
I just heard screaming. I did hear I did hear where's Jordan. I did hear that. And when I heard that, I went to the other side because
When you say you went to the other side, where did you go?
I went out my front door. It's a side where everybody went, and then there's another side where it's an opening. And I went that way. My neighbor was already out. And I went that way, and I was just seeing everything from that distance down there. And then it's dark, and then I heard the pow-pows, and I ran over there, and I was just, yeah.
All right, so let me unpack that. You went out to the back porch, nothing was going on, but you heard sounds consistent with fighting, someone yelling, "Where's Jordan?" Is that accurate?
Yes,
And those sounds were coming from the side of your residence, is that correct?
yes.
When you were at that location, could you actually see any physical fighting going on, or who was involved in the fighting?
It was more so, I feel like everybody just breaking up, and I didn't see any more punches or anything.
Could you see what looked like a physical altercation going on?
Yes,
Who was involved exactly in that physical altercation?
Cedric
Who
and
else?
Miles.
Who else?
I saw Cedric and Miles.
Cedric and Miles?
Uh-huh.
Who else?
I really saw just Cedric and Miles.
Did you see James involved in the fighting?
No.
Did you see Martez Anderson involved in the fighting?
No, I didn't, yeah, I don't know if they fought or not, but if they did, but I did not see.
How many people were involved in the fight that you saw going on when you saw the fight going on?
Not sure.
Was it more than
Okay.
two, more
It
than
was a
10?
group, it was just
What size of groups? So more than 10, more than 5, what?
like, maybe five on both sides, I don't know.
Can we approach, please?
Yes.
All right, following up on the court's questions, you said you saw people fighting. How many people exactly did you see involved in the fight when you saw it going on?
I said five, but I think up to, if we're counting both groups, I think it was probably like six.
Who exactly was the members of that sixth group that was fighting, please?
I know I saw Cedric with his shirt off, that was it, so I figured he fought. And Miles too, they both had their shirt off, but I didn't see anybody else fight.
Your cousin Cedric Jackson, his shirt was off during the fight,
Yes,
so he was not wearing a shirt that night, is that correct?
yes,
He was not wearing a black shirt, he was wearing no shirt during the fight, is that all accurate, sir?
yes.
Okay. And then how much of this fight did you actually observe, sir?
More so, I saw my cousin breaking it up a little bit and then it going back at it again.
What cousin did you see breaking it up?
My cousin Davion.
And Davion was holding Cedric, isn't that correct?
Yeah,
So Davion was holding shirtless Cedric back, is that all accurate, sir?
yes.
Okay. Now, how long did you actually stay outside watching this fight go on the side of your house?
How long did I was outside seeing it?
Yeah.
I saw the last, I would say 10 seconds of it.
In addition to the 6 people that were fighting, were there other people around?
Yes,
All right, how many other people were around the area?
a lot. I don't know how many, but a lot. But not a lot, but like a decent amount, I would say 10 plus, at least.
So at least 10 plus people plus the 6 who were actively involved in the confrontation. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes.
All right, how long in total did you stay outside in the back area from when you went outside, out the back door, till you went back in the house? How long were you outside, please?
I got outside, so I jogged. So that's probably like 20 seconds, something like that, 20, 30 seconds.
All right, so you're out there 30 seconds. Do you go back into your house, sir?
No.
Where did you go next?
I was on the side with my neighbor.
Did you follow this fight down to the front, to the parking lot area?
No.
Where were you when the fight went down towards the parking lot area?
All the way down this way, like by my neighbor's house. So I had another neighbor like that was right here. So I was literally kind of by my door, but like a little farther away.
All right, so
Down the other side of the wall.
What was the last thing you said?
I was kind of far away down the other side of the wall.
So I'm going to show you people's exhibit number 16. Recognize this area adjacent to your residence where you lived at 6255?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how far was the closest that you were standing down to this particular area when you were outside watching?
It's not even in the camera. It's past my door, because that's not even my door. That's my neighbor's door. My door is the other one right besides it, but it's another door. I'm like there.
So you're standing this way, is that correct?
Yeah, all the way, like, yeah, at the
Sure.
other door,
And are you standing on the sidewalk, the grass, or something else?
the sidewalk.
When you are standing at the location of the sidewalk and the grass and watching, how many people are congregated in this area?
10 plus to like, three on both sides and 6. So
And
we
then
have 6.
Were you able to see your cousin Cedric and your cousin Davion when you're looking in this area over here? Were you able to see them?
Yeah,
And where were they, please?
on the stairs.
These stairs right here that we see in the photograph?
Yes.
Did they stay on there up until the point of the shooting?
I don't know, cause I was already, I was already like, I was already just like already skittish and I was already feeling weird, so I kept backing up as everything was happening. I kept backing up and then I heard that and then ran up there,
And what about Cedric's friend James? Where was he immediately prior to the shooting?
not sure,
And what about Cedric's friend Martez Anderson? Where was he immediately prior to the shooting?
not sure.
Okay. So you're outside, there are people congregating in this particular area. Tell us exactly what happens next, please.
It kept escalating and then I heard.
Hold on a second. What does that mean? It kept escalating?
I think him and Miles kept fighting or something like that, and then
Well, you said it kept escalating. I think this happened. How do you know it kept escalating? What did you see that led you to that conclusion that it escalated?
because it was still going, like I saw my cousin holding him and then my cousin wasn't holding him and they were like wrestling again. And I just kept backing up because like I said, I was skittish. I was low-key already scared. So I was like, yeah, let me just back up and kept backing up. And then I heard the big booms and I was so far away at that time. Then when I heard that, I got super scared and I ran to the scene.
The big booms that were fired, where did those come from, please? I mean, were they on the side of your house, by the parking lot, in the parking lot over here, or somewhere else?
I heard it in that area, just in that area. So I'm not sure, but I heard it in that area.
How many booms did you exactly hear?
3.
And who did you observe with a weapon that night, sir?
Nobody.
Who did you observe fire those big booms?
Nobody.
All right. So you've talked to police before, sir. You were interviewed on scene and then later you were interviewed by a detective. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what you told the police both times was that you weren't even outside when the shots went on. You were inside the house. Isn't that what you told the police, sir?
Yeah, that's what I said, I did, that's how I heard 3 booms.
Okay, so
And I think that you showed me that video.
hold on a sec, okay? At the time of the shooting, sir, were you inside the house or outside the house?
I was inside, kind of ish.
Okay, well, you just told me that you were outside on the pavement watching this, so were you inside or were you outside, sir?
I was inside, but I ran outside. Basically both. I was both. I was in both. I was in both.
Respectfully, sir, you can't be inside and outside when the gunshots are going on. Are you inside or outside when the gunshots go off?
Uh, I was outside. I was outside next to my door.
So if you told the police that you were inside when the gunshots went off, that would not have been true, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, because it was a long night. It was a long night. My mind is more sharper right now. Or I was not in the right capacity to, and this is what I'm remembering for myself.
All right, so when the gunshots went off, sir, tell me what exactly you did see from your vantage point outside.
Just everybody sitting there and arguing and yelling and rapping and stuff like that. But it's really vague, like it's really dark. And then when I heard the first booms, I kind of, yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me, sir. So my question was, what exactly did you see after the first gunshots went off?
Really nothing. I saw, I was looking for what happened. I was looking for what happened, and then I saw Miles on the ground by a car.
Who was around Miles when you saw him on the ground?
And
Who else was with Miles when you saw him on the ground?
me and his friends. I think his friends were around. I was in shock. So I just know I saw her by me. That was it.
So immediately prior to those gunshots going off, you'll agree with me that you were outside watching what was going on, correct?
Yeah, just a little.
Stop. Yes or no? You were immediately
Yes.
asking. Okay. Immediately prior to those gunshots going off, where was your cousin Cedric Jackson at that time?
Like I said, when I looked over there, he was with my other cousin, Davion, at the stairs. And then Davion wasn't on no more, and then they were wrestling again.
Okay. And he was shirtless, Cedric, at the time of the shooting. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And where was their friend James immediately when the gunshots went off, sir?
I have no idea.
And where was Martez Anderson when the gunshots went off?
I have no idea.
When was the next time that you saw Cedric after the gunshots went off?
I didn't see him.
Where did you go immediately after the gunshots went off?
To Miles and to see the area.
I'm sorry, did you say to my house or to Miles?
To Miles.
Miles?
Yeah, like in his area.
And when you went over to see Miles, what was his condition when you went to see him?
I didn't know. I wasn't like up to him, like was like right there, but I was like, seeing like right there. I'm like right here. I didn't know I didn't know what type of condition he was in. Like I honestly thought he was gone, and I was just scared. That was all.
It's fine. How long did you stay with Miles when you made contact with him?
I didn't stay. I was just trying to make sure all my people. I was just trying to find all my peoples and make sure everybody was okay.
Okay, so when you went to look for your people, did you go look for Cedric Jackson?
No.
When was the next time you saw Cedric after the shooting?
His open house.
Okay, well, did you see him that night, sir, immediately after the shooting?
No.
Okay. Did he stay on scene after the shooting that night?
No.
Okay, when was the next time that you saw Martez Anderson right after the shooting? Did he stay on scene?
No.
He was gone right after the shooting?
Yeah, I didn't see nobody. I didn't see that.
And when was the next time you saw James? Was that right after the shooting?
No.
Okay, so he didn't stay on scene either, did he?
No.
Okay. In describing those individuals, Cedric Jackson, whom you know was wearing, he was shirtless. Is he a heavyset guy or is he a thin guy?
He's dead.
I'm sorry?
He's dead.
He's dead, you said?
He's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for saying that. He's thin. I didn't get what you
Yeah.
said. Okay, so he's thin.
Yeah.
And what kind of hair does he have, please?
Dreads.
Did you say dreads?
Said yes.
Yes.
So he is a thin-built person with dreads and he was wearing no shirt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. With respect to James, what does James look like?
You just like in general?
Yeah, in general.
James is a bigger guy. guy.
He's a heavy guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
Heavy set guy? Is that right?
yes, sir.
Okay. And Martez Anderson is a taller, thin man, isn't that correct?
Yeah,
And he was wearing dreads that night in his hair, isn't that correct?
Object deleted.
Well, what did I'll just throw the question. What did Martez Anderson's hair look like that night?
I didn't see his hair.
What was he wearing that night?
I'm not sure. I'm really trying to think. I'm not sure though.
He was wearing a shirt though, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
And what color shirt was he wearing?
I'm not sure.
What color pants was he wearing?
I'm not sure.
What type of markings did he have on the front of his pants, sir?
I'm not sure.
What type of markings did he have on his sweatshirt, sir?
I'm not sure.
Who called the police from inside of your residence, sir? Did you call the police?
My neighbors did.
My question was, did you call the police, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, you talked to the police 2 times. You talked to a uniformed officer on scene that night, is that correct, sir?
Yeah.
And that was in, I believe, the parking lot, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you also spoke to a detective after being taken to the police station for interview that night, isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And in both of those interviews, sir, you never told police that Cedric Jackson was present that night, isn't that correct?
Sure.
And you never told police that Martez Anderson was present on scene that night, isn't that correct?
No, I never said that.
So I am correct, you did not tell the police that Martez Anderson was present at the house that night, correct?
Yes.
And you never told them James was there that night, isn't that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, I met with you yesterday, and we discussed this particular exhibit here, People's Exhibit number 40. You looked at a thumb drive of some video footage. Do you recall that yesterday?
Yes, sir.
And when you looked at that video footage, sir, were you able to identify that this was video footage of that fight that occurred outside your back porch that night, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there were 2 video clips on there. One of them, I believe, was actually taken, you recognized the person who was taking the video, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
And was that an ex-girlfriend of yours?
Really?
Maybe?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes or no? Is she an ex-girlfriend of yours or?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's her name, please?
Melania.
I'm sorry.
Melania.
So you recognize the longer of the 2 clips as being taken by your ex-girlfriend Melania outside your residence, correct?
Yes.
And then there was a shorter clip that was also taken in the back of your residence, is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And that was from this fight that we've been talking about here this afternoon leading up to the shooting in front of your residence, accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thank you. The people have no further questions.
So when you talk about the shirts being off, is that something that usually signifies a fight, or is that just in your crowd, or there's people, or what?
I was working out,
How do you know that?
because, that's what I saw
Okay, so,
from the video that he showed you.
okay. All right, so that's how you figure it was a fight. It wasn't just that you saw someone without a shirt.
Yeah, you just, nobody just not has a shirt on. I was just thinking it would be a fight, because they both didn't have no shirt on.
Okay, so if I see someone without a shirt, I just think they're too warm, or they spilled something. But from your context, it was a fight.
Yeah.
Okay, cross.
Good afternoon, Mr. Glover.
No, sir.
Glover, I represent Mr. Anderson. I'm going to be asking you some questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
And If there's something that I ask that you don't understand, will you let me know and I'll try to reword it if I can, okay?
Yes, sir.
And if I ask you a question and you answer it, I'm going to assume that you understood the question I asked you. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, kind of working backwards a little bit from the beginning of this night, you were having a party, you said you had invited maybe approximately 40 people, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That party was roughly from 10 o'clock at night till about 2 in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were talking about Cedric had showed up with 2 others, I believe James and who you said was Mr. Anderson, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you had invited Cedric to your party, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And was I understanding your testimony correctly that you had told Cedric that he could bring along a friend or someone else with him?
Yes, sir.
And did that end up being Mr. Anderson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so if Mr. Anderson was at that party with Cedric, he would have been there with essentially your permission or your invite then, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you talked about in your testimony at some point, Cedric was upset with Miles. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it fair to say whatever this argument was about, you don't really know? Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
And you don't know who or what caused this argument, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you would have encountered this argument, whatever it was, whoever started it, it was already going on, it was already in progress. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And you were talking about some people drinking and maybe even being intoxicated while they were there at your party. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was there drinking going on at your party?
Yes, sir.
And did you witness that?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming not everybody, but some people you were witnessing drinking alcohol. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Had you consumed any alcohol that night?
Yes, sir.
What did you consume?
Don't remember.
Do you remember if it was beer, liquor?
Oh, liquor.
Okay. And you just don't remember the specific type?
No.
Okay. You remember how much you had consumed?
Not a lot, but I don't really do it, so probably not a lot. But not to get me right. So something like that.
Okay.
What did you just say? So you say 3 glasses?
Yeah, let's say that.
And were you feeling intoxicated that night that you can recall?
Yes.
The time the argument was going on at the time you later heard the shooting, would you have been feeling intoxicated at that point?
Yes. Yes.
Despite feeling intoxicated and tipsy, do you remember what you're testifying to?
Yes.
So you were not so drunk that you don't remember the evening. You didn't black out at any point.
No.
So you're testifying from your own memory.
Yeah.
Thank you. You may proceed.
And there was a lot of talk and there was a lot of testimony back and forth about some type of physical fight or some type of physical altercation that was outside that night. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And likewise with the arguing, would I be correct in saying that you don't know exactly who or what would have started that physical fight? Sure. You don't know who necessarily initiated or started that physical fight. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
And You don't know what would have caused it or what that fight would have been about. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
And if you had seen any type of physical fight that night, you started seeing it while it was already in progress. Would that be a fair statement?
Oh, yes, sir.
And you've already talked about, you spoke to law enforcement that same day or that same early morning. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You've spoken to law enforcement at least a couple times regarding this. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you provided them with a statement as to what you would have seen, heard, and observed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you were trying to be truthful and cooperating with them. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Am I understanding your testimony today that you actually observed the fight that was outside?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it true when you spoke to law enforcement those early morning hours that you told them that you did not observe the fight outside?
No, sir.
You don't remember saying that?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm sure.
Okay, I just want to clarify here. Are you saying that you do admit and recall telling law enforcement that night that you did not observe the fight outside?
Yes, sir, I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay, and that's what you told them?
Yeah.
And you're telling us here today that you did see it or at least see some of it. Is that correct?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay. But you told them that night that you did not observe the fight outside. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah.
Please double check that all phones are on off. You may proceed.
And you were talking earlier in your direct testimony that you believe that your mind is sharper now about those events that
Yeah.
night. Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah.
And these events that we're talking about are approximately a year and a half ago. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're saying that your memory of these events have improved over the past year and a half?
Yeah. I thought about it a lot and went over it a lot in my head, and I'm like, okay, so because it, like I said, it was a weird night. It was.
So when you were speaking with law enforcement shortly after this happened, that was within minutes or within an hour or so of these events. Is that correct when you spoke to them?
Probably like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. And so very shortly after these events occurred, you spoke with them. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're telling us now a year and a half later that your memory of those events have somehow improved with the passage of time?
Just a little bit. Yes. Yes, sir.
And there were a lot of people at that party that night. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Some invited, some uninvited. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And would it be a fair characterization that the majority of people there would have been either teenagers or young adults, young 20s, in their 20s?
Yeah, young adults.
High teens to early 20s?
Yeah, that's young adults, yeah.
And a lot of young African-American males there. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of young African-American males wearing dark clothing there. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
A lot of young African-American males there with dreaded hair or dreads in their hair.
Yes, sir.
And you did not witness the shooting that night. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
You did not witness Martez Anderson shoot anyone that night. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And after the shooting occurred, a lot of people dispersed. They ran away on foot. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you say some or would you say most?
Most.
You may.
you were talking about briefly before your direct examination ended that you had watched a video of the prosecuting attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is what you're testifying to today, is that based upon your memory of the events of that night as best you can remember it? Or is your testimony influenced in any way by what you saw in that video?
What I saw in that video.
So what you saw in that video is influencing how you testified here today?
Yes.
Are you testifying today about what you remember that night based upon your memory of those events? Or based upon about what you may have seen on that video?
Can you say it again?
Sure. Is what you're telling us, your testimony today, you've been talking about what you did see and did not see and what you heard and did not hear on the night of your birthday party. Is that correct?
Yes.
And
Yes, sir.
are you basing that on your memory as best you can recall those events? Or is your testimony based upon what you saw in that video?
It's like mixed all over it, but I'm going as right now as the best as my memory. I had to have you say that again because I was confused on how you were framing it.
Sure.
I get confused.
I understand. And do you understand my question now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had not seen that video yesterday, is there anything about your testimony that would be different here today?
No.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all the questions I have.
Redirect.
So you just told Mr. Austin that when you spoke to law enforcement on scene that night, you were being truthful, isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you were trying to, according to you, tell them exactly what you recalled seeing that night and what happened, is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Today, you told me during direct exam, sir, that there was one uninvited group, and that was Miles and his friends. Remember telling me that?
Yes, sir.
And then you also told me that your cousin Cedric was invited to your party, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you told me that you allowed him to invite whoever he wanted, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you told him that he chose to invite apparently James and Martez Anderson. Isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And then you told me that there was a dispute that occurred between Cedric's group and Miles. Isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, sir, isn't it true that you told police on scene, and I'm quoting here, that there were two uninvited groups that showed up that night? Isn't that what you told police?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you told them that a group of males arrived, and then a second unknown group of males arrived. Isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And that the two groups were unknown to you. You didn't know who they were. Isn't that what you told the police?
Yes, sir.
And that those two unknown groups started to argue with each other. Isn't that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you are either lying to the police then, sir, or you are lying to us now. Which one is it?
I was lying to the cops then because
That's fair. So you were lying to the police then, sir, and one of the things that you did not tell the police was that Cedric, Martez, and James were at your party. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said that that was an unknown group when apparently that was a known group. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, excuse me. And police were there investigating a shooting that had just happened, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the police were there investigating a shooting of Miles Washington, who had just been shot, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you knew that apparently Cedric and his group had gotten into an argument with Miles and had been in a big fight with him. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
And then as a result of that fight, there were shots that rang out and Miles got shot. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and knowing all that, sir, you refused to tell police that Cedric Jackson, Martez Anderson, and James were all at your party. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
They would have been potentially investigated as perpetrators in this particular incident, but you refused to tell police about that. Isn't that correct, sir? Yes or no? Isn't that correct?
And I'm going to object to the form of the question, at least the first part. It calls for the witness to speculate.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna allow the leading, and I think council can rephrase.
You refused to tell police, you lied to police about people who were actually involved in an altercation with the man who had just been shot. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I said two groups. The group that I saw had nothing to do with it. They've been with me. I saw another group, and then I saw Miles' group. I didn't know that group, and they just ended up leaving. They were never a factor or an issue. So it stands upon it's just one group. And that's one of the mistakes I made.
Sure. And what you told police was that both of those groups were unknown to you and you refused to identify that Cedric, Martez, and James were at the party to police, correct, sir?
Yes, I felt.
You hid that information, did you not, sir?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I have no further questions.
May this witness be released from the subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, it's very important that you follow this instruction. You're released from subpoena. So if you watch the trial, now you can watch it. You were sequestered previously. But whether it's your testimony here today or anybody else's testimony that you may watch, you may not discuss it with any other witness as long as this trial is going on. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
After the trial, you can talk with whomever you wish, but not until then. Do you understand? Any questions about that? You're released. Next witness.
Your Honor, thank you. People call Anaya Williams to the witness stand.
Good afternoon. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, and the penalty of perjury? You may put your hand down, have a seat, hold the chair right up to the microphone. When you are comfortable, feel free to adjust that microphone. All right, get a little bit closer to me. All right, when you are comfortable, please state and spell your name for the record.
Anaya Williams, ANAURAWILLIAMS.
If you hear an objection, do not answer the question until I've told you whether or not you can. Please let counsel finish before you jump in and answer, so we only have one person talking at a time. And please use words that could be found in a dictionary to answer your questions, not a nod or the court reporter can only take down words. She can't guess at what you mean. If you forget, we will remind you. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Anaya. I'm sorry, Anaya, my fault. Anaya, how old are you, please?
20,
What's your date of birth?
12205.
Anaya, are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a rehab technician
Very good. How long have you been doing that kind of work?
for about 2.5 years.
All right. I want to take you back to a date of July 7th, 2024, and unfortunately, we're here talking about a shooting incident that occurred on that night. Okay, ma'am? Is that yes? Okay. I want to talk to you about some relationships that you may have had on the date of July 7th of 2024, okay? I want to ask you, back on July 7th of 2024, did you know somebody by the name of Miles Washington?
Yes.
How did you know Miles Washington? Was he your boyfriend on July 7th, 2024?
No.
How long have you and Miles been broken up?
It's been like almost a year probably.
Sure, no, I understand, but as of July 7th, when Miles got shot, how long had you guys been broken up before that?
Maybe like 5 months.
5 months? Do you know when you started dating Miles?
No.
You can't recall when that was? Okay. How long did you date him for in total, please?
We were on and off for like a year and a half.
And as you recall, you had broke up with him about 5 months before this date of July 7th, 2024.
Yes.
During that period of time from when you broke up to the night that Miles was shot, how would you describe your relationship with him? Were you friendly or were you guys not getting along?
We were cordial.
Cordial. How often did you communicate or see each other in that time period between when you broke up and the night that this happened on July 7th?
Never.
Okay. I want to talk about some other people and see if you know who they are, please. Do you know somebody by the name of Martrell Jackson?
Yes.
How do you know Martrell Jackson?
Miles friend.
And how long have you known Martrell prior to July 7th of 2024?
As long as I know Miles.
Okay. What was your relationship to Martrell? Were you cordial with him also?
We never really talked.
Okay, but you knew who he was.
Yes.
Okay. Talk about some other people. Do you know somebody by the name of Cedric Jackson?
Yes.
And how is it that you know Cedric Jackson?
He was my teammate.
Who's your teammate? In
My
what school?
sister's ex-boyfriend.
Okay. So you got a couple of connections. Let's talk about that. So again, I'm talking about July 7th, 2024. Did you know Cedric back in July of 2024?
Yes.
Okay. And you said he was your teammate. What does that mean?
We used to wrestle together in high school.
What high school did you guys go to?
Way too.
Okay. And you were on the same wrestling team?
Yes.
Okay. You indicated that he also dated your sister. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your older or younger sister?
Yeah.
Was he dating your younger sister back in July of 2024?
No.
How long had he dated your sister for? Okay. During the period of time that he was dating your sister, did you ever have occasion to see Cedric Jackson? Visually put your eyes on him?
Only at school.
Okay, but you certainly knew who he was.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your own personal relationship with Cedric Jackson back in July of 2024? Anything?
No, I didn't talk to him.
Did you have bad blood with him, bad feelings, or you just want not on your radar?
No, he was just younger than me.
Okay. How old were you back in July of 2024, please?
19.
19. And how old was Mr. Jackson back in July of 2024? But younger than you? Okay. All right, a couple more relationships I want to talk about. Did you know somebody by the name of Martez Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, back in July of 2024, did you know Martez Anderson?
I knew of him. I had known him personally.
Okay. Had you ever seen him before prior to July 7th of 2024?
A couple times.
I'm sorry?
A couple times.
How many times specifically do you think you saw him before July 7th, 2024?
Maybe like 2 other times.
And how is it that you saw Martez Anderson?
With my sister.
How is it that you saw Martez Anderson through your sister, please?
He was part of the schedule.
All right. And you said you've seen Martez Anderson about 2 times prior to the date of July 7th, 2024?
Yeah.
Did you have any type of relationship, friendship, or otherwise with him?
No.
Did you know who he was?
No, I didn't. But
Okay, you knew of him, but you had seen him at least 2 times, correct? Person that you know is Martez Anderson. Would you be able to recognize him if you saw him again?
Yeah.
Is he in the courtroom here today, ma'am?
yes.
Can you point him out to the jury and tell us where he's seated, please? Okay, you got to use your words. You got to point to him, say he's seated right there wearing this, please.
He was right there with dress and lashes.
All right. So this gentleman right here sitting next to the attorney at defense table, that's Martez Anderson. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, record should reflect identification of the by this witness of the defendant Martez Anderson.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Shall so reflect, you may proceed.
Last question, last relationship I want to talk about. Did you know somebody back in July of 2024 by the name of Jordan Glover?
I never was from my own family.
Had you ever seen Jordan prior to the July 7th, 2024?
No.
Okay. So I want to take you back to that night that Miles was injured. Did you go out that night at some point in time, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Did there come a time when you went over to a party that was at the location of 6255 Beachfield Drive?
Yes.
Can you tell us what time, did you leave from your house to go there or did you leave from somewhere else?
No, I was just getting back from out of town.
Okay. And what time did you leave to go over to 6255 Beachfield Drive?
I'm not sure.
Okay, was it after midnight or before midnight, if you know?
I think it was before midnight.
Were you invited to a party over there that night, then?
No,
Can you tell the jury why it was you went over to a party located at 6255 Beachfield Drive that night?
I went to go pick somebody up.
The person you were picking up, is that one of the people that I've mentioned in this case or somebody else?
No,
Is this a person that was attending a party over there?
yes,
Okay. Was this a male or female person that you were going to go pick up?
a man.
What was your relationship to this male individual? Friend, boyfriend, or something else?
Neither.
And how did you know to go pick this individual up that night?
That was for my sister.
It was for your sister? So you were going to pick up a male individual at that party who was related to your sister in some fashion, correct?
Yes,
Fair to say you're doing a favor for your sister that evening?
yes,
Okay, fair enough. All right, so did you drive yourself over there that night?
yes.
What type of car did you use to get over there?
A Kia,
What color was that Kia?
red.
I'm gonna show you a photograph in this case. He was exhibit number 4, okay, then, this car that we see in that photograph, is that your red Kia or is that somebody else's car?
No, that's somebody else's car.
Okay, very good. But you were also happened to be driving a red car that evening?
Yes,
When you got to the location of that apartment complex, did you park your car somewhere
yes,
in the parking lot?
no,
Where'd you park it?
on the street.
On the street. And did you go up close to that location of 6255 Beachfield where the party was going on?
Yes,
All right. So do you know what time exactly it was that you got to that party that night?
no,
When you arrived at the party, did you recognize anybody at the party?
yes,
Who did you recognize at the party?
Miles
Where did you see Miles?
on the front porch.
Now, when you arrived at the party, did you ever actually go into the party or where was the first place that you went to?
No, I was on the side in the grass
Okay, sure. So when you first got to the party, where exactly was it that you went that night?
to the side.
To the side. When you got to the side of the house, did you see anybody that you recognized?
Yes,
Who did you recognize being there that night?
Cedric.
Did you see Martez Anderson that night at the party?
Yes,
And was Cedric and Martez Anderson, were they on the side of the house when you got there that night?
I know Cedric was. I don't know about Martez.
Well, where did you first see Martez Anderson that night?
I didn't see him till later on.
So the person you recognized on the side of the house was Cedric, is that accurate?
Yes,
Did you have any contact with Cedric when you got to the side of the house?
yes.
Okay, tell me about the contact that you had with Cedric Jackson, please.
He just asked me about my sister.
All right, because he's interested in your sister still? Is that your impression?
Yeah, he was just asking me about how she's been.
How long did you interact with Cedric Jackson on the side of the house?
Not long.
Did you interact with anybody else? 5 minutes? Okay,
Less than 5 minutes.
very good. And was that interaction a cordial interaction with Mr. Jackson?
Yes,
You didn't get the sense that Mr. Jackson was, for lack of a better term, hitting on you or interested in you that night, did you?
no,
Okay, very good. I just want to clear that up. So after you had that 5-minute interaction with Cedric Jackson, where did you go next?
I think I started to walk to, I don't really remember.
All right. So at some point in time, you ended up in the front of the residence. Is that accurate?
Yes,
Right. And is that where you ran into Miles?
yes,
Do you know how long you had been there before you ran into Miles for the first time?
not long.
Okay. If you could estimate for me, was it more than 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes?
No, it was less than 15 minutes. It was less than 10 minutes.
And when you saw Miles, where exactly was he?
He was in the front.
Who was he with?
I don't know. I was just a group of boys, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha. And did you interact with Miles at that point in time?
Yes.
Okay, tell us what happened, please.
He came up to me and asked me what I was doing.
How would you describe your interactions with Miles that night?
What do you mean?
Were they friendly, unfriendly, cordial? How would you describe them?
They recorded, she just asked me a question.
And were you talking with him for a period of time in front of the house?
I answered his question.
And about what? What have you been doing with yourself? Those kind of questions? Or what are you doing here?
I just told him what I was doing here.
All right. How long do you think in total it was that you talked to Miles Washington that night?
That was a brief conversation.
Tell me exactly what happened next after you finished talking to Miles. Did you guys stay there or did you go somewhere else?
I think we ended up moving to like this side of the back of the house, just talking.
Okay, so you continued talking with Miles on the side of the house?
Yes,
Were there people on the side of the house?
yes,
How many people were on the side of the house?
I'm not sure.
Did you recognize any of the people on the side of the house?
Yes.
Who did you recognize on the side of the house?
Said,
Anybody else?
no,
What about Martez Anderson? Did you see him at that point in time? At that point in time?
no, he wasn't there.
Meaning he wasn't at the party or he wasn't on the side of the house when you were there?
He wasn't on the side of the house.
Okay. All right, so we're at the point in time in your testimony when you've been talking to Miles in the front and then you guys continued talking as you went around the side of the house. Is that all accurate?
He was going to the back. We ended up in the back.
Okay, so you went to the side of the house and then you ended up in the back of the house. Is that correct?
Yeah, we just kept walking. We didn't stop at the side of the house.
And were you talking to him the whole time?
Yes,
Was that interaction cordial or friendly between the two of you?
it was cordial. We were just catching up and talking.
All right. Tell me exactly what happened next when you got to the back of the house.
I think me and Mom started to run to the front of the house.
So you're at the back and then you went up to the front of the house?
And Mom was accidentally bumped into, I think it was Cedric.
So you're walking back and Miles accidentally bumped into Cedric, is that correct?
Yes,
Did you see how that occurred when Miles bumped into Cedric?
words was exchanged.
Okay, so did he like bump him on purpose, was your sense, or did he bump into him by accident, if you know?
I guess I'm not answering, I don't know.
Okay, and you said there were words exchanged,
Yes,
and who exchanged those words?
both of them.
Miles and Cedric, do you recall what Cedric said to Miles?
He just asked him if she was good.
Okay, and if you recall, what did Miles say back to Cedric?
He just said, yeah, I'm good, are you good?
All right, kind of like a quick jaw back and forth between the two of them?
Yes.
All right, how long did that interaction between Miles and Cedric take?
Not that long, because I walked him to the front with his friends.
Who did you walk to the front with his friends?
Mine's,
And who else was with you and Miles when you went to the front?
nobody.
Okay, you said you walked him to the front with his friends. Was there somebody else that was there with you guys?
Marshall, I think was on the front, whatever group of people he was with in the front.
Yeah, fair enough, thank you. So after this interaction where they kind of bump into each other, they exchange words and now you're in the front of the house. Is that all accurate?
Yes,
Tell me exactly what happens next in front of the house.
I think they were just still exchanging words.
Who was exchanging words?
Miles and his friends and Cedric and his friends.
And I don't mean to be a pain, but we just need all the details we can. So when you say Miles and his friends, you mentioned Miles and Martrell, anybody else?
I'm not sure who else was there.
Okay. And then you said Cedric and his friends. You mentioned Cedric and who was with Cedric that would be his friends.
At that time, I think Martez was with him, and I don't know who else. It was a group.
Okay. So words are being exchanged between the group of Miles and Martrell at least, and then Cedric and Martez. Is that correct?
Yes,
And that's in front of the house, ma'am?
yes.
Okay. So as these words are being exchanged, do you hear what they're saying back and forth to each other?
I don't remember what was said specifically.
All right. How long did this interaction on the front porch take?
I don't remember.
How heated was this interaction between the two groups of men that night?
It was heated, but I don't think it was like to the extreme.
Okay, so were voices being raised
Yes,
on both sides?
yes,
All right. But was there anything physical going on, at least on the front porch at that time?
no,
Tell us exactly what happened next. Do you stay on the front porch or do you go somewhere else with Miles?
I think I had pushed Miles and his friends in the inside of the house.
All right, why did you do that?
So nothing went further.
Were you trying to, does the word
De-escalate the-
de-escalate the
yeah.
situation? Okay. Would you agree with me that's what you were doing? And did you actually go into the house with Miles?
Yes,
Now, did Miles have another friend that had been drinking a lot that night or something like that? That you,
yes.
okay, who was that guy?
James,
Okay, is that James Hurst?
I don't know what his last name is.
Do you know James?
Yes,
Had you known him prior to that night?
yes,
All right, and was James involved in this conversation or no?
yes.
All right, did James go into the house with you, Miles, and Martrell?
I think he was already inside the house.
Okay. Once you got into the house, tell the jury what happened next.
I don't remember what happened next inside the house. I don't think anything happened because nobody was in.
Okay. After you went into the house, at some point, where did you and Miles go next?
To the back,
When you say to the back, is that the back porch area?
yes.
Okay, so you're actually back outside now on the back porch. Who exactly was out there on the back porch?
I think me, Miles, and Martrell
And what were y'all doing on the back porch?
trying to leave.
Tell us exactly what happened next.
One boy walked up and then I don't know how many, but they all just started following.
Okay, when you say one boy walked up, where were they coming from?
The front, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so they were coming around the back of the residence?
Yes.
They weren't coming through the house again like you guys, right? They were coming around the back?
Yeah.
Okay, you said one boy walked up. Who was that boy?
I don't know.
All right, and were there other boys with this first boy that was there?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me exactly what happened next, please, when the one boy and then the other ones following.
I think Miles' friend, they jumped off the porch and then they just started fighting.
Okay, who started fighting first?
Martrell,
Who was Martrell fighting with?
that I don't know.
You don't, do you know who was initially involved in the fight?
Miles and Serge.
Okay, so you said Martrell jumped off the porch and then a fight started, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, what did you see Miles do after Martrell began getting in a fight?
He was fighting too.
Okay, did he try to help Martrell?
Yes.
Okay, did he get off the porch?
Yes.
And then tell me exactly what happened once Miles got off the porch, please.
They just all started fighting.
Okay, when you say they all started fighting, how many people were fighting Miles and Martrell? I mean, was it one-on-one or something different?
No, it was multiple. I just don't remember.
Okay, was it more than 5 guys?
Yes,
Okay, so more than 5 guys on top of Miles?
I believe so.
Okay, can you tell us exactly what those 5 men were doing to Miles when this started?
Ripping his shirt and kicking him and punching him.
Okay. How vigorously were they going after him? Pretty aggressively?
Yes.
Okay. So you said that they ripped his shirt off, they were hitting him, is that correct?
Yes.
And you said they were kicking him?
Yes.
Do you know what stomping means?
Yes.
Did you see anybody try to stomp on Miles' body or his head?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know who was stomping on Miles' body and head?
No,
Do you know who the participants were who were attacking Miles on that night in the back of the house?
no, but I know that Cedric was fighting Miles.
Okay, so it was Cedric and then other people involved in this attack on Miles, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Yes. Yes.
So as this is going on, what are you trying to do? Anything?
Yes, I was trying to break it up essentially, or trying.
Yeah, I understand. So I guess I'm interested. You said there was at least 5 guys on top of Miles. Is that correct?
Yes.
Could there even have been more, or you don't, a lot of guys, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many.
Okay, but at least 5 in your opinion.
Yes.
Okay. So did this fight stay in one place or did the fight move?
It migrated a little,
Okay, where did it migrate to?
the side,
Tell us what happened next.
and Miles got it, and I was trying to walk him to his car, and he was still talking, saying stuff.
All right. How was it that the fight came to an end? Did you help Miles? Did you get in between it to make it stop, or how did that fight come to an end?
I mean, I tried to, but I think they were still fighting it during that.
So where were you in relationship to the parking lot when the confrontation stopped?
Can you say that one more time?
Sure. Where was Miles and you in relationship to the parking lot when the confrontation, the attack finally stopped?
Are you asking where we were?
Yeah, when it stopped, like when Miles was able to get up and walk away or start walking away, where were you guys?
At that time, when he got up, I was really by him, I was on the sidewalk.
Okay, and was Miles next to you on the sidewalk or close to you on the sidewalk?
I think so.
Yeah, so this fight started in the back and went kind of all the way down to that sidewalk area by the parking lot. Is that accurate?
No, the fight ended on the side.
Okay, it ended on the side, all right. So I want to talk about that point in time when the fight stopped on the side of the house. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you with Miles or next to Miles when the fight stops on the side of the house?
Yes.
Okay. What exactly happens next after the fight stops?
I think they were still talking,
Okay.
going back and forth.
Okay, what happened next?
I don't know if they were still trying to fight or what, but I just know that the words were exchanged.
Okay, what happened next?
I think Miles or Marshall, one of them tried to swing on one of the boys.
What happened next?
And then all I remember is gunshots.
All right. Now, prior to the gunshots going off, tell me exactly what you saw, please.
Miles swinging on Martez.
Okay, is that Martez Anderson, the person you identified here?
Yes.
Okay, where was Miles when he swung on Martez, please?
I think the sidewalk.
Okay, and when you saw Martez at that point in time, what if anything was Martez holding?
A gun.
So Martez was holding a gun. In what hand was Martez holding a gun, please?
I don't know.
When was the first time that you saw Martez holding a gun?
Right there.
Okay, right there. When you saw Martez earlier, did he have that gun out?
No.
Was that the first time you saw Martez with a gun in his hand?
Yes.
What did that gun look like?
I don't know.
Was it a handgun or a rifle?
Just, do you know the difference? You have to answer that with your question.
I mean, if he was holding it with one hand, I'm just assuming that it's a hand.
All right, so holding it in one hand, is that correct? Yeah, you're fine. And what hand was he holding it in?
I'm not sure.
What, if anything, did he try to do with that handgun when you first saw him with it?
I think he tried to hit one of the guys. I'm not sure who.
Which guy did he try to hit, please?
I'm not sure who.
And when you say he tried to hit him, what did you see that led you to believe he tried to hit somebody? What did he do with it?
I seen him swing his arm.
Who was near him when he swung his arm?
Miles and Marshall.
And was he holding something in his hand, in the hand that he swung, the arm that he swung? What was he holding, please?
Again.
Okay, so he tried to hit somebody with the gun?
Yes.
Okay. And where were you, Miles and Martrell, when the defendant tried to hit Martrell with the gun?
I wasn't next to them.
I'm sorry?
I was not next to them.
Where were you in relationship to them?
I was like next to a group of people like in the grass.
Where were Miles and Martrell when this was happening?
They were on the sidewalk, but closer to like the parking.
Was there anybody in the vicinity of Martez Anderson when he did this? Was there anybody else with him? Meaning, was there another person with him or was he alone when he did this?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
You do recall seeing him though, correct?
Yeah.
And you do recall seeing him with a gun in his hand, correct? Okay. So after the defendant swung the gun at either Miles or Martrell, what exactly did you do next, please?
Ran.
I'm sorry?
Ran.
Why did you run?
Because I heard gunshots.
Did you run because of the gunshots?
Yes.
So did you see who fired those gunshots?
I didn't necessarily see, but I assumed.
Okay, when you say you didn't necessarily see, you were looking right at them, you saw him swing the gun, isn't that correct?
Yes.
What did you see him do immediately after he swung the gun?
I didn't see the gunshots.
Okay, well, where were you looking?
I was already running and I seen a gun.
Okay, well, all right, it's a different answer, okay? So you started to run when you saw the gun, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So he had the gun in his hand, he swung it, and it was at that point you turned around, correct?
Yes.
How long after you started to run did you see the gunshots? Did you hear the gunshots?
When the gunshots went off, I was already like in the parking lot under the parking structures.
How many seconds elapsed between when you saw him swing that gun and the gunshots going off?
I'm not sure.
How many gunshots did you hear?
3.
did you see anybody else with a gun in his hand other than the defendant, Martez Anderson?
No,
After the gunshots went off, what exactly happened next, please?
I was at the parking structure.
What happened next?
And I looked across the parking lot and I see Miles on the ground.
Where was the first place you saw Miles on the ground?
Where?
Yeah, where was he when you saw him?
In the parking lot?
Okay, so he had gotten off the sidewalk? Or was he on the sidewalk when you first saw him after he was shot?
When I first saw him, he was on the sidewalk.
And what was his body position when you saw him on the sidewalk?
I don't remember.
Was he standing or was he down?
I don't remember.
Okay, so the gunshots go off, you're running, you said you don't see who fires the gun, you only saw one person with a gun, is that all accurate?
Yes.
Okay. And then when you looked back, you saw Miles, correct?
Yes.
And did you know he had been shot at that point in time?
No, but he was laying on the ground and he said,
Okay, so that's where I left off. Where was he laying on the ground when you first saw him? Was it the sidewalk or somewhere else?
when I saw him, he was in the parking lot next to a bar.
Okay, so he had gotten between those two parked cars. Well, let me ask, that's a bad question, let me try again. So you saw him, he was on the ground in the parking lot, is that accurate?
Yes.
All right. Did there come a time when the police came and the Lansing Fire Department and they kind of attended to Miles when he was on the ground that night?
Yes.
Okay, was he in the same place when police arrived that you initially saw him, or is that a different location?
Not the same place.
Same place, so when you first looked over, that's where you saw him on the ground, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you saw him on the ground, were you able to see the defendant Martez Anderson at that point in time?
He said,
Yeah, when you first saw Miles shot on the ground, where was Martez Anderson? Could you see him?
I'm not sure.
Could you see Cedric Jackson?
Mm,
All right,
I wasn't paying attention.
gotcha. The person who swung the gun, did he go over and assist Miles in any fashion?
So then,
Did Martez Anderson go over and assist Miles after he was shot?
no,
Okay. Who went over to Miles, please?
Martrell,
Who else besides Marshall?
me,
Anybody else go over there to assist him?
no, it was just us at first.
Sure. And with respect to all those people who were at the party, where did they all go after the gunshots went off?
I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention.
What was your focus at that time?
Miles,
When you first saw Miles, did he have a shirt on? When he was laying on the ground?
no, I don't think so.
All right. And do you recall what position his body was on the ground? Was he on his back, his side, his front, something else?
I think he was on his back. I don't remember.
Don't remember? Okay. What was your state of mind like when you saw that Miles had been, heard those gunshots and then saw Miles had been shot? Were you shocked when you saw that?
Yes,
Were you frightened?
yes.
When you went over to see Miles, how was he acting on the ground, please? What was he acting like?
I don't really remember. I think he was just saying that he got shot.
What, if anything, did you and Martrell do to try and assist Miles when he was on the ground that night?
We put a hoodie on where we assumed or thought that he got shot at.
What hoodie did you put on him?
My hoodie,
What kind of hoodie were you wearing that night?
it was black. Zipper.
Black zip up, okay. And you put that on him trying to stop the bleeding?
Yes.
All right. Did you call the police that night or did somebody else?
Somebody else.
Right, did there come a time when the police actually arrived on scene?
Yes.
When the police arrived on scene, what did you do next?
I called my parents.
What happened next?
The police came and helped.
Renee, let me ask you this. When the defendant swung the gun, you turned around, you heard the gunshots. Did you ever see the defendant again that night?
No,
Did you ever see Cedric Jackson again that night?
No.
Do you know where either of them went?
no,
Okay.
but I also left myself.
Where did you go to at that point in time?
home.
When was the next time that you had contact with Miles?
I want to say like a couple days after, I think, probably longer than that.
Now, there came a time when you were interviewed by that lady right there, Detective McGonigal at the police station, is that correct?
Yes.
That was about maybe a week to 10 days later.
I don't remember.
And did you and Miles go together to that interview?
Yes.
Why was it that you went together with Miles to that interview?
I don't know.
All right. Did you and Miles ever get back together after that incident?
Yes.
Okay, when did you get back together after the incident?
I'm not sure.
Okay, how long did you stay together once you got back together again?
Maybe like 4 or 5 months.
All right, and I don't want to get into your personal life too much, but are you broken up with Miles right now?
Yes.
Do you have any real contact with him or any relationship with him?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you. The people don't have any further questions.
Any questions? Charles?
Good afternoon. Ms. Williams, my name is Jared Austin. I represent Mr. Anderson. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? And if there's something I ask you that you don't understand, let me know and I'll try to reword it as best I can, okay? If I ask you a question and you answer it, I'm going to assume that you understood the question that I asked you. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. So approximately what time did you arrive at the party that night?
I'm not sure.
You know if it was before or after midnight?
Before, I'm guessing.
Okay. And approximately how long were you there before the argument started?
Maybe like 5 minutes.
And I believe you had talked about, you said Miles had bumped into Cedric and then they started exchanging words. Is that right?
Yes.
And then kind of the group of their respective friends started exchanging words with one another after that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did I understand your testimony correctly that at some point Martrell kind of initiated physical contact or physical portion of the fight?
Can you say that one more time?
Sure. Was I understanding your testimony correctly in that you had observed Martrell initiate physical contact or physical fight with others?
No. I'm not sure who started it.
You saw, is it fair to say that you saw Martrell physically strike or put his hands on someone?
Yeah.
Who was that person?
I'm not sure.
The person that you saw Martrell put his hands on, did that person physically put their hands on Martrell before he did that?
I don't get what you're asking.
You saw Martrell put his hands on someone, is that correct?
Yes.
Was that a punch? Was that a shove? What was it?
I'm not sure. I don't know who hit who first.
Well, I'm not getting to there yet. But you said you saw Martrell put his hands in some fashion on some other person, is that correct?
Yes.
And you can't recall if that was a push or a shove, is that right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I didn't hear that. Exactly.
And my question was, prior to Martrell doing that to this person, before Martrell did that, did that person pushed or shoved Martrell in any way? That was my question.
I'm not sure.
Are you not sure because you can't remember or because you didn't see?
Both.
Okay. And there was a lot of people at some point, as I understand your testimony, attacking Miles, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. You're not sure who all of those people were, is that right?
exactly.
Okay. Would you be able to estimate approximately how many people were there at the party at this time?
Oh, I don't know.
Would you be able to tell us if it was more than 20 or less than 20?
More than two? I don't know. I'm not sure because I wasn't there for a long period of time.
Fair enough. And safe to say there were, most of the people there were probably teenagers or in their young 20s. Would that be accurate?
Yes,
Okay. A lot of young African-American males there, is that correct?
it was a mixed diversity of people.
Multiple African-American males there?
Yes,
Okay. Multiple people there wearing dark clothing or hoodies, would that be a fair statement?
I don't remember.
And maybe not, maybe you don't remember if there was a lot, but you would agree that there were at least people there that night wearing dark clothes or dark hoodies, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. And at the time, you were not in a relationship with Miles Washington, is that correct?
Correct.
But shortly thereafter, you had rekindled your relationship with him?
yeah,
And I believe you just stated in your testimony that the two of you rode together for an interview with a detective, is that right?
yes,
So the two of you rode there in the same car together?
yes.
Okay. And did the two of you discuss what you were going to be talking about prior to that interview?
No,
Did you ever discuss with Miles the events of that night after that night?
yes.
Approximately when did that happen?
I'm not sure.
Would it have been the next day, within a week?
It wasn't a week, but it wasn't the next day.
Would it have been prior to the time of the interview both of you had with the detective?
I'm not sure.
Have you had more than one discussion with Miles Washington about the events of that night?
Yes,
And this is a situation where we're talking about late at night or in the early morning hours, is that correct?
yes,
So fair to say it was pretty dark out?
yeah.
Were there some porch lights on outside?
I don't know.
It was pretty dark outside though, from what you can recall, would that be correct?
Yes,
There was a lot of people there, correct?
yes,
And there was verbal arguments, and there was a physical argument between multiple people going on, is that correct?
yes.
And you weren't exactly able to tell who all was involved in that, is that right?
Exactly.
And you can't really say who or what started all of that, would that be correct?
Can you elaborate? Started what?
Well, let's start with the, I guess, the verbal argument first.
You know, the bumpers that started the argument.
And then at some point that turned into some type of physical altercation between the two groups of people, is that correct?
Yes,
And you don't really know who initiated that physical contact first, would that be a fair statement?
yes,
And you were not expecting to hear gunfire that night, would that be correct?
exactly.
And you were talking about in your testimony that at some point you saw Martez with a gun in his hand, is that right?
Yes,
And did you say someone had swung on Martez shortly before that?
yes,
Who did that?
mine,
That was Miles that did that? And so Miles was physically swinging at or trying to hit Martez?
yes,
And you did not see who fired those shots that night, is that correct?
yes,
You certainly did not see Martez Anderson fire any gunshots that night, is that correct?
yes,
And the last time you would have seen Martez before that night would have been approximately a year or so before, is that correct?
what do you mean, before?
Before the night of the party, the last time you would have physically seen Martez, would that have been approximately a year before that?
Years.
Years? Yes? Okay. Did you see any of the people there at the party that night that had what you would consider dreads or dreads in their hair?
Yes,
Did you see more than one person like that?
I think so.
Few more questions. I believe you said after the shooting, I think it was you and Martrell that went to assist Miles who had been shot. Is that right?
Yes,
Anybody else other than the two of you?
I don't remember.
And after the gunshots rang out, did a lot of people scatter? A lot of people run away?
Yes,
Did you say most of the people that were there did that?
yes.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Redirect?
Yep, thank you. So I want to go back to the front porch before you and Miles went into the house. You said that there was an altercation that was occurring that involved Miles and his friends, correct?
Yes,
And then Cedric Jackson and his friends, is that correct?
yes.
And one of his friends was the defendant, Martez Anderson, correct?
I'm not sure if he was right there at the time.
Well, he was with Miles, I mean, he was with Cedric that night, wasn't he, Martez Anderson?
Yes,
Okay. So it was Miles group versus Cedric's group in that initial confrontation on the porch, is that all accurate?
can you say that one more time?
Sure, it was Miles and his friends against Cedric and his friends in that initial confrontation on the front porch, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Then you guys went to the house and you went out to the back porch, correct?
yes,
And then there was an altercation, as you described, that happened on the back porch. Is that all accurate?
Yes.
And Cedric was involved in that altercation, isn't that correct? So that same group that was on the front porch was now fighting outside the back porch, correct?
yes.
And then that fight went all the way down towards the parking lot, isn't that correct?
To the side.
To the side, okay. And then when Miles was shot, he was shot close to the area of the sidewalk in the parking lot. Is that accurate?
I believe so, I'm not sure.
All right, well, we see a photograph here. Appears to be street lights that were on or lights at the apartment complex. Do you recall some lights being on at the apartment complex?
No, but they're in the picture, so I'm guessing so.
Fair enough. I'm sure you weren't taking notes that night, but appear to be lights in this photograph
Yes,
lighting the area of the complex. Isn't that correct?
yes,
And there appears to be some, at least on this one house here, we see some outdoor lighting on that house. Isn't that correct?
yes,
Mr. Austin kept asking you about the number of people that were at the party, and I think you said that there were a diverse group of people. Isn't that correct?
yes,
Okay, when you say there was a diverse group of people, you mean different races, ethnicities, genders, things of that nature. Isn't that correct?
yes,
And then you were asked the question, there were lots of people wearing dark clothing. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were also asked the question, there were a number of African-American men there who were wearing their hair in dreadlocks. Do you recall those questions?
yes,
And again, I mean this very respectfully to the entire room. We're not saying that all African-American men with dreadlocks look the same, correct?
exactly,
Okay, there's a difference between each individual African-American male. Isn't that correct, ma'am?
yes,
Okay. And the African-American male that you saw holding a gun right before Miles was shot and swinging at Martrell, you recognize that particular African-American male. Isn't that correct?
yes,
Okay, and you knew that person. You'd met him before, seen him before, correct?
yes,
And that night you were able to see him and I recognize who that person was. Isn't that correct?
yes,
And that's the person that you saw with the gun in his hand swinging at Martrell Jackson, correct?
yes.
And that person you identified as the defendant right there. Isn't that correct, ma'am? Okay, thank you. I don't have any further questions.
May this witness be released from subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Ron.
Ma'am, thank you very much for your time and testimony. You are released from subpoena. I know
Mr.
you may
Washington.
know other people who are testifying. You cannot discuss your testimony with any of them. Additionally, you were sequestered. Now you may watch on Zoom or in the courtroom, but whatever you watch, you may also may not discuss with any other witness. Do you understand? Thank you very much. Next witness.
We'll call Cameron Washington, Your Honor. I did.
Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Have a seat. Pull the chair right up to that microphone and feel free to adjust it. It's very bendable. I need you to state and spell your name for the record.
Cameron Washington, Kameron, Washington, Washington.
All right, thank you. There's some water there. There's Kleenex if you need it. If you need a break, let me know. Additionally, I need you to say yes or no rather than or nodding your head. And I need you to allow council to finish their questions before you jump in and answer, and they'll do the same. So we only have one person talking at a time. If you hear objection, do not answer the question until I've told you whether or not you can. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you need a break, let me know. Thank you. Council?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Washington. Thank you for your patience here today. Can you tell the jury, please, how old are you?
26,
And what is your date of birth?
2/25/99.
Mr. Washington, do you know someone by the name of Miles Washington?
Yes,
And who is Miles Washington?
my little brother,
How old is Miles Washington now?
22, I believe.
Okay. Sir, I want to direct your attention, please, to the date of July 7th of 2024. Would your brother Miles Washington have been approximately 21 years old in July of 2024?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to refer you to the early morning hours of July 7th, 2024. Did an incident occur, sir, that you were made aware of in the early morning hours where your brother Miles Washington was injured?
Yes.
And can you tell the jury specifically how was your brother Miles Washington injured? What type of injuries did he sustain?
Gunshot injuries.
All right. Now, did you learn that Miles was shot at a geographic location that we've been talking about in this case, located at 6255 Beachfield Drive?
Yes.
And is that in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan, sir?
Yes, it is.
Are you basically familiar with that location of 6255 Beachfield Drive?
Not before the incident.
Okay, are you familiar with it now?
Yes.
All right. Now, I don't want to know what your exact address was, but can you tell the jury basically on what side of town you were living in the early morning hours of July 7th, 2024?
East side of Lansing.
Approximately how long would it take for you to get from your residence to that location of 6255 Beachfield, please?
Regularly, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, and if you were speeding over there for an emergency, it might take you a little bit less, correct?
Right.
All right. So we've had testimony in this case, excuse me, about a party that was occurring that night at 6255 Beachfield Drive. Just so we're clear, were you at that party, sir?
No.
Was that your age group that you would have been at a party with?
No.
All right. Did there come a time when you found out in the early morning hours that your brother Miles had been shot?
Yes.
How did you find out that Miles had been shot?
Our dad.
Do you know approximately what time of the morning it was when you found out that your brother had been shot?
No.
What were you, well, first of all, where were you when you found out that your brother had been shot?
I was on
Okay, and were you sleeping or were you awake?
sleep.
Were you woken up to that news, sir?
Yes.
Did there come a time when you went over to that location at 6255 Beachfield Drive in response to finding out your brother had been shot?
Yes.
Who, if anyone else from your family, went over to that location?
Our father, our mom, and one of his other brothers.
All right, sir, and what is located at 6255 Beachfield Drive? What type of complex or location is there?
Apartment complex.
Tell the jury, please, when you arrived on scene, what was happening on scene, and was your brother still there?
Yes, Miles was still there. I actually seen him first when I got there, ran over to him. The paramedics were attending to him. After that, went towards the boys who was throwing the party, talked to him a little bit, and that's when I seen our truck, Miles' friend. And after that, was a little altercation with the officers that were there. That was it.
All right. So when you first got there, was your brother actually down on the pavement, or was he in the paramedic stretcher at that point in time?
He's on pavement.
All right. And were paramedics working on him at that point in time?
Yes.
Was he then loaded up into an ambulance and taken to the on a stretcher and taken into the ambulance?
Yes.
All right. Now you talked about a little altercation that occurred. What was your emotional state when you saw your brother in this condition that night?
My emotional state, I was pretty fine. A little upset for sure, but I was fine.
All right, were you worried about your brother?
Yes,
All right. So in addition to seeing your brother being put into an ambulance, you said that you had some contact with some of the boys that were having the party, is that right?
yes,
Okay, do you recall specifically who you had contact with that night?
Jordan,
Where did you have, was that Jordan Glover?
yes.
Where did you have contact with this Mr. Glover?
Right outside, Fish on the Road.
All right, did you speak to him or confront him about what had happened at the party that night?
Yes, he actually came up to me and my mother. So,
All right, now what about Martrell Jackson? Where did you make contact with Martrell?
front yard.
Did Martrell fill you in with information as to what had happened in this particular case?
Not too much.
Okay. Were there any other family members you know that were present at that party on the night of July 7th, 2024?
Yes, I had a little cousin there,
Okay, what is that cousin's name, please?
Christine.
Is she a biological or blood cousin?
Yes,
Was Christina on scene when you arrived that night?
I can't say she was. I didn't see her.
Okay. So I want to move ahead to some time later. Did there come a time, sir, based upon your contacts with the boys who lived at the house and your cousin Christina, knowing she was there, did you come into possession of some video footage in this case?
Yes,
All right, tell us, how many videos did you come into contact with?
two.
Who provided those videos to you?
One of them was my cousin Christina, and the other one was Jordan's ex-girlfriend.
So Jordan's ex-girlfriend, she had, is this a cellular phone video?
Yes,
And was it your understanding that she had videotaped at least a portion of this incident?
yes.
How did you get in contact with Jordan's ex-girlfriend?
I did. I got it from him, and he got it from her.
All right. So Mr. Glover provided you this footage directly.
Yes.
How did he transfer that footage to you?
He sent it to me on Instagram.
And did you look at the footage that Mr. Glover sent to you?
Yes.
In general terms, and I know there's a lot going on, but in general terms, can you describe for the jury what was on the footage, the video footage of this incident that Mr. Glover gave to you?
The whole fight, once everything started, the argument first, then the fight, then the shots went off towards that.
While you were looking at that video, did you recognize that geographic location of 6255 Beachfield Drive?
Yes,
And did you recognize your brother being assaulted during the course of that fight?
yes,
You were specifically able to identify that was your brother being assaulted, correct?
yes.
All right. The second video footage that you got, who did you get that video footage from, please?
My cousin Christina.
And had she taken that footage on her cellular phone, if you know?
Yes.
What did that video footage depict that you received from your cousin Christina?
Same as the first one, the arguing, the fighting, but just hers wasn't long enough to catch the shots going off.
Was the footage that she took from the same angle or from maybe a different angle of the other footage that you received from Mr. Glover?
Different angle.
All right. Of the two videos, was the one Jordan Glover provided you or the one Christina provided you the longer of the two?
The one Jordan provided.
Okay. Now, did there come a time when you were contacted by this detective in the case, Detective Martha McGonigal from the Lansing Police Department?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you and Detective McGonigal discuss in connection with the investigation of your brother's shooting?
Just the videos.
Did you talk to her and tell her that you were in possession of these videos?
Yes.
The video that you received from Jordan Glover, did you alter or change the content of the exact video that Mr. Glover sent you in any fashion?
No.
All right. With respect to the video that was given to you by your cousin Christina, did you alter or change the content of the video that was given to you by your cousin Christina?
No.
When Detective McGonigal asked, what, if anything, did you do as it relates to her with those two videos, sir?
Just showed like our mother and father.
Okay. Did you provide those videos to police?
Yes.
How did you provide those to Detective McGonigal?
Through our cell phone.
Okay. And again, did you change or alter the content of those videos prior to providing them to Detective McGonigal?
No.
So the video footage that you had, was that the exact same video footage that you provided to Detective McGonigal?
Yes.
All right, sir, I want to approach you with what's been identified in this case as People's Proposed Exhibit number 40, sir. Do we have an opportunity before today's hearing to look at what's contained on this thumb drive in People's Exhibit number 40?
Yes.
And we see here some initials, KW, who is that?
Me.
And the date of 12/9/25, which is today. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Did you happen to look at the content of this thumb drive to see what was on it?
Yes,
And what was contained on the thumb drive?
2 videos.
And these are the 2 videos accurately that you sent to Detective McGonigal, which you had received as you described, correct?
Yes,
Your Honor, at this time, pursuant to Emory 901, the people move to admit people's proposed exhibit number 40, identified as 2 videos obtained by this witness, Cameron Washington.
Any objection or voir dire?
Your Honor, my objection is really twofold. One, the witness stated that he did not see what is being depicted. He wasn't there at the time whatever is being depicted on those videos occurred. So I don't think he can lay a proper foundation that would be a fair and accurate depiction of whatever those videos show is a fair and accurate depiction because he wasn't there to witness it. Also, simply because this witness may or may not have altered what he received in any way prior to turning it over to law enforcement, he's not the originator or the creator of these videos, and we don't know what may have happened prior to him receiving it. So I don't believe that they can be admitted properly through this witness.
Your Honor, thank you. In response, that is not in accordance with the authentication rules in the state of Michigan, specifically MRE 901. MRE 901 indicates that the proponent, which is myself, must produce evidence sufficient to support a finding that the item is what the proponent claims it to be. So all we need to do as a minimum threshold, Your Honor, is present some evidence that shows that this particular item is what we propose that it is. That is 2 videos depicting the fight that occurred outside of 6255 Beachfield. The rule goes on, Your Honor, MRE 901B1, and indicates that we can do that through testimony of a witness with knowledge. Testimony, again, that the item is claimed to be what it is. The case law in this case, in this situation, Your Honor, we can cite unpublished case, Michigan versus Alexander, published People versus Hack, 219 Mishap, 299. It is a low bar for admissibility. All we have to show is a basic threshold that the item purports to be what it is. We do not have to have the person who took the video. In this case, Your Honor, we submit the following foundation to you. First of all, I spoke to Jordan Glover about this video. He viewed People's Exhibit number 40 specifically. He told us that the person who took this video is his ex-girlfriend. It shows the fight that he observed. He showed it at the location geographically of this particular location. It is the fight. As well, this witness has indicated that he recognizes his brother on the video. That alone is sufficient to authenticate the item. We do not need to prove who the actual videographer is. Lastly, Your Honor, as it relates to the argument that it has been altered or changed in some fashion, the evidence on the record is that it has not. However, that goes to weight and not admissibility, and counsel is free to attack the weight of that, however, not the admissibility. So for those reasons, under MRE 901 and the appropriate case law, we would ask that the piece of evidence be admitted.
The requirement of authentication or identification as a condition preceding to admissibility is satisfied by evidence sufficient to support a finding that the matter in question is what its proponent claims. That is my finding. Overruled. It's admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Washington, you can stay up there and we're going to play the 2 videos. And you can tell us, Don, which is the one Christina provided you and which is the one you got from Mr. Glover. All right, so for the record, there are 2 videos listed on this item, People's Exhibit number 40. We're going to start by playing People's Exhibit number 2 at this time. I'm sorry, we're going to start by playing video number 2 on People's Exhibit number 4. Right, sir, the video footage that we just showed, is that the video footage that was provided to you by your cousin Christina or by Mr. Glover?
Christina.
All right. Showing now the longer of the 2 videos, which will be identified as video 1 on People's Exhibit 40.
Rosalie done pissed me off. No, you grabbed me. You grabbed me the wrong way. I know, and I appreciate that. No, but I don't want to be people. Let's go.
All right, that concludes the playing of the video. People have no further questions, Ron?
Thank you. Cross.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washington. So the events being depicted in these two videos we saw here today, you were not there to witness them firsthand, is that correct?
Yes.
And you have no idea, based on your personal knowledge, what would have occurred prior to what we saw in these videos, is that right?
Yes.
And approximately when did you receive these respective videos?
A day or two after the incident.
And how did that occur? The one from Christina, how did that come about?
I talked to her about it, what happened that day. And she really didn't let anyone else know that she had a video because of how
Well,
she
let me stop you there because I don't want to get too much into the contents of the conversation, but is that a conversation that you initiated or that she initiate with you?
Her.
Did she call you? Did she text you? How did that happen? And the other one you received from Jordan Glover, is that correct?
Yes.
And how did that come about?
Same way, text message.
Was that a text that you initiated with him or that he initiated with you?
Can't remember.
Did you know Mr. Glover prior to that?
No.
Did you have his contact information prior to that?
No.
Was this a text message through some type of social media app or was it just regular texting on the phone?
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yes.
Were you connected with him in some way on Instagram prior to that?
No.
And you've seen both of these videos, is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Your testimony is that you did not do anything to alter or edit them in any way once you received them, is that right?
No.
And you would agree with me, the video where we hear gunshots, you do not see the person firing those shots on that video, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
I have no redirect, thank you, Your Honor.
May this witness be released from subpoena.
Yes, Your Honor. Will you
Yes.
vote, please?
Sir, you are now released from subpoena. Please do not discuss your testimony with any other witness during the pendency of this matter. Additionally, you are sequestered now. You may watch either in Zoom or in the courtroom, but please do not discuss any other witness's testimony either after this trial is over. You certainly can talk with whomever you wish to understand. Thank you. You. All right. That concludes today. Tomorrow we will not be here. It's my very busy motion day. You watch, but it's a very tiring day. And so we don't generally have trials on Wednesdays. Thursday, we will work 9 until 5 or until we're finished. However, Thursday, to make sure that we're finished, hopefully by Friday, I'm going to shorten up your lunch hour. Normally we give you about an hour and a half for lunch, but we'll give you probably